Hi guys, welcome back to TENET Productions. I'm your host Shankar, and today's video we're going to be talking about what is in my bag 2024. Just a side note guys, this is the gear that I've accumulated over the last 3 years. Now a lot of things have changed, like I used a camcorder at first and now I'm on a proper mirrorless camera. It's accumulated over time. Just bear that in mind guys, because it takes a lot of patience. What you need to do is you need to learn about your camera, because I guarantee you the camera that you're shooting with is very good. You don't really need to get a new camera. You need to learn the ins and outs of your camera, making sure that you're very efficient in terms of using it to its highest of its ability. The gear, not even just your camera, the gear, the lighting, the microphone, everything is used to the highest of its capabilities, because there's no point in you switching gear or buying better gear when you're not utilizing it. So let's start off with the camera bag guys, the most important asset of my arsenal. So it's the Peter McKinnon travel bag 35 litre. Now this is a bag that's really expensive. When I first bought the bag, I thought to myself, yo, did I get ripped off? Because the bag I had previously was the Amazon Basics bag, which was about 20 quid, and this bag here was about £400, which you can buy in the link in the description below. Honestly, this bag that Peter McKinnon has designed is specifically tailored towards a creative. So if you're a creative wanting to spend that money, because bearing in mind guys, you've got thousands of pounds of equipment in your bag, and the last thing you want to be doing is putting it in a bag where it's cheap, and you want to keep your gear intact, because you're going to be traveling with it, hopefully, like to a wedding, to maybe a commercial shoot, even hiking, that you might take your camera with you. You want to make sure it's in a compact, safe bag where you can access it easily as well, which I'm going to talk to you about. Peter McKinnon's ease of access for quickly accessing your camera, which is an amazing, it's a USP, which is a unique selling point for the Peter McKinnon bag. To be honest with you, I've had the bag now for about 7 months, and it is a very reliable companion. I've carried it to Rome, I've carried it over to weddings. It's really lightweight, it's got so many different features. I will explain a lot of the other features guys in another video. What I'm going to be doing is showing you what I've got first, and then I'll be talking on a different video about what it is and the features it's got and why I like it. Next guys is the most obvious thing that I've got in my arsenal, is the Canon R6. Now the Canon R6 is an amazing camera, hybrid, it shoots photos and videos, photos in high quality, videos in a good quality, but guys, it overheats, man. It overheats. Bro, the amount of time I've shot in 4K, because I shoot a lot of my stuff in 4K now, 50 frames per second. I'm shooting a 4K wedding, I get overheating messages every flipping time, man. I'm like, yo, what the hell is even that? Eventually I'm going to be upgrading it at a certain point in 2024 with the Canon R6. I've got the small rig cage, it's called a Black Mamba cage. I've got that rigged up to this to the Canon R6. Honestly guys, if you've got a camera and you want to practice videography, get into the videography side, get yourself a rig, get yourself a cage or a rig. There's an extra shoe mount for maybe an extra light or a microphone, because you've only got one shoe mount on your camera. You've got screws on the left, screws on the right, so you can have like your own handheld rig, and it's amazing guys. It opens up a lot of new possibilities. The reason I'm pointing, because I'm shooting with the Canon R6, so but yeah, it's an amazing rig. And honestly, not only that guys, it keeps your camera safe. If you drop it, God forbid, if you drop your camera, it's going to hit the rig first. Obviously, bearing in mind how far you drop it or where you drop it, it will slightly get damaged, you know, I'm not gonna lie, but the rig is there to protect its fall. So get yourself a rig guys. As I said with the bag, the rig, I will do on a separate video. I will explain that in full detail. I'm just going through as quick as possible about what's in my bag. Secondly guys, we've got the Rode microphone. Now I've been using these for about a good 2 years. Don't get me wrong, there's all sorts out there. There's the DJIs, you've got the Sonys, but for me, I really like the Rode. I'm not gonna lie guys, I've used the Sony. The DJI is a really good buy. So I think if I were to upgrade from this, it would be the DJI. But at the same time guys, remember, it's not about the gear, it's about how you use it. So anything can be great. So like for example, the DJI mics are really good, the Rode mics are really good, but if you don't know anything about the audio and how to control it, then I wouldn't really advise about choosing, you know, both, because they're both pretty much same price. I think the DJI is slightly more expensive, but it's on the screen. Like I was saying, guys, just learn how to use your gear first. If you're a beginner, learn how to use the gear first. Learn about decibels, or even watch my future videos where I'll be teaching you guys about audio. And remember one thing about audio as well, guys, it makes or breaks your video. So if you've got a video that's really bad quality, but the audio is crisp, people are gonna watch it. Whereas if you've got a video where it's got like 8K visuals, bro, it's got like flipping effects from back visuals, you know what I mean, D2 shots, you know, I'm quoting off some great editors and videographers. Shout out to them, man, by the way. But your audio is so bad, people won't watch it. On Instagram, on TikTok, on social media, on YouTube, they won't watch your videos because they can't hear anything. They can see it, but they can't hear it, and sometimes they want to hear it. So I think audio is above your visuals. So if your audio is crisp, you're buzzing. So moving on to the third thing I've got is the DJI Air 2S. Now, I've had this drone since the start. I've had that drone since the start, and honestly, guys, I'm looking to upgrade. Obviously, don't get me wrong, there's better drones out there, but for what I got, the Air 2S is a soldier. Like, it's been through everything. I've crashed it numerous amount of times. I've spilt it in water, and it's still standing, man. I remember losing it in the Peak District once, and it just appeared out of nowhere. I was literally gonna cry. You can ask my brothers, because we were filming a car video for my brother, All Sorts, of the YouTube channel. Shout out to him, man, by the way. Honestly, I just lost it. It went in the air, and I basically left it on auto track. You know, what it tracks the subject, which I'll explain to you on a different video. And I just left it, and basically grew wings. Well, it grew wings and it flew off. But remember, guys, if you love something and you set it free, if it comes back to you, it truly loves you. And that's shout out to the DJI Air 2S that I've got, because it came back to me straight away. With the DJI Air 2S, it's got the 4K visuals, which I love, at 30 frames. I don't really shoot higher frames on the drone. It's just that I was trying to get a slowed down version of maybe the venue of the cars coming in. That's about it, to be honest with you. Nothing too fancy with the drone. Secondly, guys, we've got the DJI RS2 gimbal. Now, this gimbal is amazing. I know there's latest gimbals out, but like I was saying, guys, make sure you use your gear. If we're still working, then what's the point in changing it? There's always going to be new gear out there. Every year they're going to release new gear. It's best that you find something that you're comfortable with, like the Air 2S. It came out for about 3 years ago, and I'm still using it because it's, you know, why change something if it's working really good. With the DJI RS2, it allows me to capture smooth cinematic visuals, especially for weddings, especially for commercials, where you want that crisp shot of maybe the bride and groom walking in, and also shots of like the venue, shots of the people. That's why I use the DJI Air 2S. A lot of people use handheld, which everyone that shoots their videos have their own preferences, but for me, I love using a gimbal in terms of getting that really cinematic crisp shot at 50 frames per second. So another thing that I've got in my arsenal, guys, is a lens cleaning kit. Now, this is very handy, especially when you're out and about, because anything can happen to your lens when you're filming it. Let's say you're shooting a commercial, some sort of residue of like the food or dust, rain can get onto your lens, and if you haven't got a lens cloth to clean it, then you know you're gonna use your jacket or use a tissue or something. It's gonna damage the lens, guys. The lenses cost a lot of money. Take care of your lenses, trust me, guys. And remember, a clean lens is a clean shot. So guys, the last thing I want to talk to you about that's in my arsenal is a lens. Now, I have got a range of lenses which I'm going to be talking to you about in the later videos. So for me, guys, my go-to lens is a Canon RF 24-70mm 2.8. This lens is just so versatile. It can shoot almost anything. It shoots weddings, shoots commercials, you know, it shoots the gym videos, it shoots vlogs. It's shooting on it right now. I'm currently using this lens right now, and it's an amazing lens. I would recommend if anyone were to buy that lens first, because it gives them so much opportunity to shoot a lot of things. The 24 is quite wide, the 70 is good for close-up, for emotional shots, for quite detailed shots. Like I was saying, guys, I have a lot more lenses in my arsenal, which I'll be going through on a later video. But right now I want to show you the key essentials, what I've got in my camera bag. So what camera bag do you guys have? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. And also I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I could possibly be shooting in the future. If you'd like to see more videos, or if you have any videos that you'd like me to do, be sure to comment them below. Make sure you like and also subscribe. Share it out to a friend that's got similar gear to me. If they're a Canon shooter, they're my boys. Now, bearing in mind